Hey guys, welcome back. It's the divisional round. Today is January 18th, and we have round 2 of the NFL playoffs in 2 days, starting Saturday. And I know who the favorites are. You know, it's clearly Baltimore, San Francisco, Detroit, and Buffalo. But I mean, those are the obvious picks. Those are the ones that most everybody else is picking, and I can't say I'm really surprised. They're all the home teams. They're all the higher up number ones and the higher seeded teams. I get it. I mean, you almost be nuts to not just simply go along with all the home teams should win, and who knows? They probably will. 80-85% chance to say all the home teams win and advance to the conference title games. Which, if that's the case, then you'd have San Francisco hosting Detroit and Baltimore hosting Buffalo. And then there we go. There's the playoffs. There's round 2, and there is your conference title games. And then 2 of those 4 would go on to the Super Bowl. And if the playoff models and the numbers and the seeding and the winning streaks and how tough the defense is here and offense there and all that, then you've got likely a Baltimore versus San Francisco Super Bowl. There we go. San Francisco and Baltimore in the Super Bowl, and then the thought in everybody's mind is Baltimore just going to trash San Francisco again? Or maybe is San Francisco going to be a little bit better prepared this time and at least make it a struggle? Only one's defense could answer that. And the only person who can answer that is the coordinator and their head coach. So, and then there you go. Baltimore Ravens are the Super Bowl champions. And then that would be just a wrap. And then, then we're into the off season. And then, so we got 3 weeks of football left from this weekend, of course. But yeah, there you go. All the home teams win this weekend. And then the 2 number 1s play from each conference. And then from there, Baltimore goes on to, chances are, beat San Francisco once again. Ta-da! But I'm not going that route today. I am going against the grain as it has been laid out with the numbers and the winning streaks and this amazing player here and this one over there. And so, because there is still that one phrase that always rings true any given Sunday. And in this case, Saturday too. So, the numbers say that this weekend it's Baltimore, San Francisco, Detroit, and Buffalo are your winners, and that would make it that Houston, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and Kansas City go home and watch the rest of the playoffs from their respective homes. So, here's what I have underlined as far as my picks, though, of the what if. What if this happens instead? So, Houston travels to Baltimore to face the Ravens on a 1:30 p.m. Pacific time kickoff. And yeah, Houston, they're a great story, and wow, they're not supposed to be here at all, but here they are. And they've got nothing to lose, not a thing. They have no expectations to get anywhere close to this point. And a team that has nothing to lose is a very dangerous team. And I'm pretty sure Baltimore probably knows that. So I'm taking the Houston Texans over the Baltimore Ravens. And then on from there, the Saturday night game between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers, a 5:15 p.m. kickoff on the West Coast. And again, Green Bay, not supposed to be here, wasn't expected to be here. Midway through the season, it was expected that Jordan Love was a wash, myself guilty included on that. I have apologized for that, and I will do it one more time. Jordan Love, I'm sorry, but I was wrong. And good for you to prove everybody wrong. You and your team. Nicely done. And but yet, they're not supposed to be here. They're supposed to be sitting at home. But they're not. So instead, they're going to San Francisco. They also have nothing to lose. And so, again, that's a dangerous team. Don't take what they did to Dallas too take it with seriousness, but don't take it as in they're, they whomped on a Cowboys team that wasn't ready, and that's Dallas's own fault. And quite frankly, if Dallas was ready, I kind of think the Cowboys would have lost anyway. So, with all that, I'm taking the Green Bay Packers over the San Francisco 49ers. On to Sunday, the 12 noon Pacific time, all times Pacific for where I'm at. So Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Detroit Lions in the early game. Tampa Bay, they're somebody just had to win that division, and I figured it was gonna. I picked Tampa Bay much earlier in the season. I had them as the division winners. They did pull that out. It was looking a little rocky there for a minute or two, but they finally pulled it out. And they did not play bad ball at all against a Philadelphia team that was waving their own white flag. But, they went out there and they did what they were supposed to have done. They went out there, they played ball, they handled their own business. And so Tampa Bay moves on. And now they face Detroit, a high-flying Detroit team that's got that chip on their shoulder, and good for them. The Lions are going to be a tough out for anyone, I would imagine. They're a good team. It's nice for them to have Laporta back as a tight end. Just makes them that much better. And on this one, yeah, I'm taking the Lions over the Bucs. Because, somebody had to win that division. And, everybody just kind of was like, okay, it could be this one. Or maybe it's going to be Carolina, Atlanta. It looked like they were showing signs of, well, maybe we can do this. Tampa Bay, yeah, they pulled it out. But I am taking the Detroit Lions at home over Tampa Bay. And then the very last one. Now, there's a couple of reasons for my pick here. The 3:30 p.m. game, Kansas City Chiefs at the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo has Kansas City right where they want them, on the road, at home, in their town. And weather really doesn't matter. Both of these teams thrive in the weather, in the cold weather. So weather's, sure, is it a factor? Yeah, but it affects two teams like this just that much less. I mean, they kind of like it. Can't blame them. It's what the old-fashioned saying says is that's football weather. So I know Buffalo is, got everything going in their direction. The Chiefs, this is not their dominant season or as they've had in years past. They are still the defending Super Bowl champions. And everybody might just be right that Kansas City is going to lose this game against Buffalo, and Buffalo will finally triumph over them in the playoffs, get their proverbial monkey off their back, and move on to the conference title game. But Kansas City is still the defending Super Bowl champions. Kansas City is still Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes, and Andy Reid is still Andy Reid, and the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. And maybe they will lose, but they're my Chiefs, and I'm not going to go against the Chiefs. So I'm taking Kansas City over Buffalo. And it's going to be it's a good game to round out the finale for this weekend's slate of games. That is quite possibly could be the best played game of the entire weekend. Regardless, they're all going to be good, and their main event with Kansas City Buffalo, oh yeah, that's gonna be good. So as I said, I'm taking my Chiefs over Buffalo Bills on the road. So, and those are my picks for this week. And I went 3-3 last week. Went for a couple of, only one upset really. And technically it's an upset, but realistically it's not. You know, the Eagles losing to Tampa Bay. You almost think that the Eagles went out there with their helmets on and holding a white flag. So then looks like Sirianni, it looks like he's lost the locker room. Where do you go from there? Generally, there's only one place to go from there. But we'll see what the Eagles do. We'll see what their ownership does and how it all, pans out in the coming days and weeks. So that's its own story. So for this weekend, my winners, I've got Houston, Green Bay, Detroit, and Kansas City. And let's see if this alternate reality, how much of it does or does not come true. And hey, everybody, enjoy the games. Have fun. And I'll see you next time with the next round, the conference title games. And thanks for hanging out with me. And take care. Bye-bye.